It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
April 24th, Talismans. Talisman discussion. You know, let's talk about these talismans for a second. First of all, the art style for these talismans, I love them. I love them. I think these are... I hope that this is somehow conveyed over to the game. So, okay, all right. Julius is a tank. Physical attack and toughness. Yeah, I mean, he's an offensive tank. He's got some shielding. I think attack stats are okay. And now a quick word from the sponsor of this video, AppGallery. Attention, heroes of Dominion. I have partnered with AppGallery to provide exclusive opportunity campaign between April 14th through May 31st, up to 25% off the Golden Pass and 15% back in Huawei Points on all your in-game purchases every day. The more you spend, the more you earn. And the best part is you don't need to purchase a new phone. AppGallery works on any Android device, so everyone has an opportunity to get in on these savings. If you want to claim your discounts, check the pinned comment or the link in the video description to see how easy it is to install AppGallery and start saving. Don't miss out on these deals. Little cat print on the front, guys. I'm not a cat guy. I'm not a cat guy at all. I think cat people are... You know, whenever I would visit my parents, one of the first things that they would ask me all the time was, do you smell the cat? Because you go nose deaf. Way off topic. You go nose deaf and you can't smell the animal. And that's how I am with Remy sometimes. I ask people that come and visit the house, do you smell the dog? And if it's like, you know what, I kind of do smell the dog a little bit, then I know I need to shampoo the carpet, right? Then I need to wash the couch cushions. That I need to mop the floor, maybe, right? Yeah. Physical attack and toughness, I think, are huge wins. I think they're really big. I think they're really, really big, actually. Mushy and Shroom. You guys know how I feel about Mushy and Shroom. I think that they are... Aesthetically, they're my favorite tank. Nah, my favorite modern tank. I think my favorite tank has always been Astaroth. The Archangel, Paladin-esque kind of looking champion. Magical critical hit chance and toughness. So I like toughness for tanks. I like defense stats for tanks, but Mushy and Shroom is definitely more of a defensive tank than Julius is. How do we feel about this talisman? Mushy and Shroom, magical critical hit chance I think is big. Toughness, I think that's valuable too. Isaac, probably the cutest talisman. The cutest talisman. What about duplex blocks? Isn't that the young Legos? Is that duplex? You know, Fisher Price-esque looking talisman there. Toughness and crushing. So, I got to update. I like crushing for damage dealers. Isaac isn't necessarily a damage dealer. He's more of like a support hero. I mean, literally, he's a support hero. Like, I don't mean like as far as his role, but he provides a lot of support for allies. What is it, like damage boosting, a little bit of shielding, right? Crushing to help finish players off might be one of the things that Judge Julius Isaac needs to not necessarily need to lean in to a damage dealer. So one of the concerns that I have about Cascade here, Polaris here, is it enough damage? Judge Julius Isaac is not the whole team, right? It's not the whole team. You got to have two more heroes to make a 5. Oh, I'm covering up. I'm sorry, I'm covering it up. Boom. You need two more heroes to make a five hero team. And, depending on what other heroes use, you saw a lot of variations of that back end, and it isn't always Judge Julius Isaac either. Sometimes it's Julius Isaac and others. Sometimes it's, usually it's Judge Julius Isaac. At least that's the classic Way of Progress team. This team could definitely benefit from some more damage output from the core 3 heroes, Julius, Isaac, Judge. Polaris is really big on stuns and stuns and stuns and stuns, and then like stuns and stuff, right? What if they're leaning into more of a control-oriented Way of Progress team here, and given physical attack and crushing to Julius and Isaac respectively could be something to help the team along to keep the damage output high without necessarily using like Ginger, Astrid and Lucas, or Ryan, or any of the other classic Way of Progress champions. I keep saying champions. Way of Progress heroes that that you use in that team. I'm okay with it. Now, a lot of questions about, why 3? Why 3? You know what I mean? I think they're at the end of the second round of Talismans here. Mushy and Shroom is a Julius counter. Yep. They boost Julius, but they boost one of his counters in Mushy, says Robert Tanya. Yep. Kind of counters the crushing stat there a little bit. Yeah, I think that they're coming to the end of the second round of Talismans, and there's just not enough. Like, they had 5 Talismans on the last round. We talked about that a little bit, what was it, last week or 2 weeks ago, when the last round of 5 Talismans went live. We talked about how, why there was 5 and not 6. We're coming on that break point. And I think that if they'd have gone 6 and 2, it would have felt a little sillier. I think 3 is good. I think 3 is okay. I think 4 and 4 might have been better. But, of the last 5 that we had, I don't know which one you would have added in here to make sense. A 3 talisman event, a 3 talisman keepers event is going to look interesting. I'm not sure exactly what their plans are for this. You know what I mean? I'm not really sure what they're going to be leaning into as far as how to earn the talismans. Are they going to be like, one is going to be login reward and the other 2 are going to be pay to win? Maybe there is a talisman something that you could earn. See, what I think would be cool is instead of the talismans, like one of the talismans being like a pay to win talisman, what if they make the VIP, like the get VIP talisman or the spend emeralds talisman, some kind of currency that you could use to buy, like spend 40,000 emeralds, you get a talisman token, and then you can go to a talisman shop and trade that talisman token for any talisman. So then you have talisman keepers. You have talisman keepers every month or every other month or whatever they end up doing. And the whole event is based around leveling talismans and re-rolling talisman stats and, all of that. But the primary reward at the bottom of each quest chain could be like talisman token. I'm not saying that this is what's going to happen. I'm just saying that'd be a really cool idea. We've had the talisman system in the game for a while now. What do we got to do? What do we got to do to get some talismans that we miss, guys? What do we got to do? A crappy, overpriced talisman shop? Nah.